welcome back to Cooking Up Memories with me, Teresa Gambardella. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, thanks for coming back. Maybe you caught us yesterday when we made a lovely roasted tomato soup. And I mentioned to you I couldn't wait to share it with my friend or husband, whoever showed up first. Well, my girlfriend Karen showed up with her beautiful daughter Grace to wish me a happy birthday and drop off a delicious spice cake. Remember, sharing the food, sharing the love, sharing the memories. She also gave me this delicious candle that smells like birthday cake. So I figured what better time than to light it up now and enjoy the smells while we're cooking. Today we are going to make homemade ravioli. A 3-cheese ravioli with a roasted red pepper cream sauce. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. If you have time, like I do right now, you can make it from scratch and make beautiful homemade pasta, which is very easy. Or if you don't have time, you can buy wonton wrappers in the grocery store, usually kept in like the vegetable section where the Asian products are. They are absolutely delicious, okay? And it's not cheating. It's just a way of making life a little simpler, if that's how it's going to fit into your day. If making a homemade pasta and you're getting home at 5 o'clock is not an option, pick up those wonton wrappers. Your family will love them. So before we start, I want to start with a nice cocktail. I've got some tonic water here, and I'm actually going to open it over the sink because sometimes, see how lucky was I? Sometimes it explodes. And I've got some Mandarin vodka. Now, this is to taste. You know, I don't know how much, how little, or how much you like. I'm going to put a decent amount in there. All right? And we're just going to fill it with tonic water. I've got ice already in the glass. Okay. Close that up. It's good to stick the vodka in the freezer. It keeps it nice and chilled. So, my girlfriend Michelle, like I was saying, she is in a cooking club with me. Or I should say I am in a cooking club with her, because she was one of the founding members of the cooking club. She came over one day with this wonderful drink, and I called her today to say, Michelle, I forgot what was in it, but it was so good, I actually want to have it today. So here I am, squeeze a little bit of the lemon in there, and this just, of the orange in there, and this just makes it look pretty, taste a little more special. So we'll save that if anybody stops by. Oh, it's delicious. Cheers. Not too sweet, not too tart, very refreshing for the summertime. I wanted to start real quick today by talking about knives, because it is, if I have to say, the biggest item in the kitchen, or the most important item in the kitchen to have of good quality, it would be the knife, because you use it all the time. I own shun knives, and I get them at Williams in Sonoma. This is a Sun 2 knife. It's a Japanese knife. This is a smaller version of that, and I like this for doing little things. And this is a chef knife. I'm not by any chance suggesting that you go out and buy hundreds of knives or $100 worth of knives. You need one good knife. And see what's in your budget. Go out, feel a couple of them, feel the handle, feel how it feels to hold in your hand. A key to keeping a knife well is keeping the edge nice and sharp, and a honing tool will do that. Me, because I like to cook, or at least I like I said, to entertain, so I cook for the entertainment value of it. I don't mind getting something like this as a Christmas present, and that's kind of how I've accumulated my stuff over the years. I don't run out and buy high-end, very expensive items just because I'm not going to use them or feel like that's going to make me cook better. But knives to me are an important part of the kitchen. They make your job so much easier. So we're gonna start with that right now. So we're going to start with the pasta because I want that to rest for like 20 minutes. And while that's resting, we will get the red pepper cream sauce going and then go back and get our filling going. So right now, we're gonna have some all-purpose flour. I'm gonna start with 3 cups. Let's start with 3 cups. Okay. Oh, and before I start this, because I'm going to get flour on my clothes, and like I said yesterday, I'm the one that does the laundry here. So when Karen came over yesterday, she was here for a very brief time, but we shared the tomato soup, and Grace had a taste of the tomato soup, and we had a lovely champagne cocktail. And that's a birthday that I'm going to remember. My girlfriend dropped off a birthday cake for me. We socialized. I mean, she wasn't here for very long, but we got to talk, and I got to talk to her daughter about her wonderful trip that she's taking this summer to Italy and Greece with a school program. So it's really exciting. So this is now, so I don't get confused, our 2nd cup of flour, and we're going to go with our 3rd cup of flour. Now flour holds moisture. So depending on the time of year or the type of weather, your flour may have more or less moisture in it. Okay. To this, we're going to add, I don't know, about half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm going to put the dough hook on. Okay. I'm going to use this bowl to crack my eggs so we don't have any shells in there. Let's start mixing this up a little bit, just to get it going. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish the dough. It should come into a nice ball, and then we're going to let it rest for about 20 minutes. And while that's going, we're going to add 4 eggs to this. So I've already added 2. I'm letting it go slowly on the dough hook. What I'm going to do is crack 2 more. Also, cracking your eggs into a separate bowl is also a good way of making sure you don't get a bad egg. Of course, as you hear everywhere when touching eggs and stuff, you always want to wash your hands so you don't transfer salmonella to any other surfaces. Turn this up just a little. I'm going to throw these eggs in there first. And then we'll let that go again. So, pasta making in my house is usually done with the whole family because it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. It's fresh, and they get to make a mess and use flour and get flour all over the counter, and I'm left cleaning it up. But you know what? The time that I spend in the kitchen with them is invaluable. But we're going to make a tiny little small batch today. I'm going to get a little wooden spoon to push down some of this flour because it doesn't seem to be coming into the middle with the dough hook. It's a basic pasta dough recipe. And because it is summer and it's kind of not humid here right now, the dough does seem to be a little drier than normal. Let's get this going together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly add in some water to help bring everything together. We're going to start with like a tablespoon. What that does is just help to bind the ingredients. better, but not quite there. Another trick to homemade pasta is you don't want to overdo it either. But you want to knead it. You want to knead it well. I'm going to add a little more. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit in and see. And if the dough happens to get too wet, just add a little more flour. Now I am so excited about my new YouTube channel. I set it up this morning. I haven't posted the video up yet. But unless there are suggestions otherwise, I think we're going to go with cooking up memories. And hopefully you'll share some of your memories with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down a minute. And I just want to feel the texture of it. Shouldn't be too sticky or too dry. It feels pretty good. I think it'll come together. I'm going to let that run on the KitchenAid for a few more minutes. We'll take a break and come right back. Thanks. Okay, so we're back. I just took a few things out of the way so it would be easier for you to see. The dough just spun around for another minute or two. Not long, just enough for it to come together and form a ball. You're going to take it out and wrap it into some plastic wrap and allow it to rest for about 20 minutes. So while that's resting, see, what you want is it's not too sticky, that it's sticking to your hands, but it's not too dry, that it's not coming together. So I usually make like a round little disc. Wrap it up in the plastic wrap and let it rest. And that's a basic egg pasta recipe. So I'm hoping you guys like me. I'm hoping I'll get viewers and people to watch and send in their memories and their comments and their recipes. This red pepper cream sauce that I'm doing is a recipe that I did with my girlfriend at the cooking club. I had everybody over here. We had like 15 girls in this kitchen making all homemade pastas and different sauces. We used this sauce on a shrimp and crab ravioli, but it was a very long, arduous process to make that. And for these videos, I want you to enjoy your time with me. I don't want you to be stressed out about having to cook a certain amount of stuff or having to watch me go on and on and on and on about nonsense. What I'm doing is I'm going to coarsely chop this pepper because this is live television in my house. And we're back again. I don't know how good of an editor I am, but we're going to work it out. So back to the peppers. We are going to coarsely chop them, sort of like we did the peppers yesterday, because what's going to happen is we are going to use the immersion blender, again, to puree this up. Really simple, just take out the seeds. I already washed the stuff because I, again, want to inundate you with things like me running back and forth to the sink and everything. I do some of the prep work ahead of time, getting everything laid out and sort of measured out and figured out before you're with me. And if you can do stuff like that at home too, it makes the job go easier. If you know you have a few minutes before the kids get in from school, if you have everything laid out and just prepared for you to start your cooking a little bit later when they're around, it just helps everything work out so much easier. Okay, I've got a little sauce pot here. I'm going to throw all the peppers in. And today we're making a small portion. I know when you have a family, your portions are going to have to be a lot larger than this. My kids are still at Grandma's house, so I can cook small portions. So to this, I'm going to add about a cup of heavy cream. All right, and basically, that's it. We're going to simmer this. We'll add some more ingredients to it later. We're going to bring it up to a boil, and we're going to simmer it for about 25 minutes.